Hello everybody, welcome back to part 2 of Silent Hill 1. We just got through talking to Sybil Bennett, police officer who just gave us her gun and left. We'll encounter her later. She's a main character in this game, and she's been in the movies, at least the first one, the first Silent Hill movie. Another thing I was going to mention in the first part and forgot, there's a website. It's in the About section of my channel at the very bottom where all the links are. It's called How Long to Beat. No, it's not a porn channel. But if you go to this channel, there's a search bar and you can type in any game title and it'll tell you roughly how many hours, how long it's going to take to finish the game, based on just a standard playthrough. I don't think they really have times on there based for speedrunning purposes, but for just casual, normal playthroughs or 100% completion. And they say for this game it's about 7 hours normal, 14 for 100% completion. In most games, I'm not going to be ever going to try to go for 100% completion anyways in any game. I just at least want to show you what everybody else would encounter if they were playing the game. Depending on what it is, though, I might do extra stuff like that. But I'm going to be playing this, in a casual way. I'm not speedrunning it. I'm playing it like you and I have never even played it. I just happen to have some prior knowledge on it. So expect this to be somewhere in between that 7-hour and 14-hour. There's going to be notes that I'll read and all that. I'm not going to skip notes or cut scenes or any of that stuff. These videos are for people that want to see it, in its completion for the most part. So let's look at our inventory here, because Sybil gave us this gun, so now we have a weapon. It's just a handgun. And there's 15 rounds in it already. Handgun receipt from Sybil holds up to 15 rounds. Yep. So in this game, you have to come into this menu to equip, unequip, or reload your weapon. It's just the way it is. You have to come in here and do it that way. You can't do it while you're in normal gameplay. So obviously we want it equipped, and there's nothing to reload because it's already there. This, I forget, it's showing numbered slot 1 through 8. You never have a trouble with, there's no storage chests in Silent Hill like there are in Resident Evil for storing item overflow, and ammunition, and I think they're called health drinks is what you get in this game for the minor healing potion, if you want to talk about it from a RPG terminology. It's basically what they are. They stack, and they stack really high, so there's never really an issue where you have not enough space in your inventory in Silent Hill games, which I've always appreciated. If you played Resident Evil, the originals, or Resident Evil 1, the HD remake, remaster, the limited inventory, can get annoying quickly, especially for a new player. But as we pick things up, we'll come in here and look at some more details about it. And so since we now have the gun and it's equipped, as you can see, if you hold the R1 button, he will put it in a ready position, and then your X or B button would fire one of those 15 rounds. I don't remember if you have to just keep tapping or if you can hold the button. You might can hold it to make him a kind of auto fire. And then there was a setting in here that's been discussed already, but I'll show you visually. I think it's in the secret settings, which you have to press L1 or R1 or L2 or R2 to get into. weapon control. So right now we have this on press control. We still have to hold it. You're not really pressing it, you're holding it. And then there's switch. So that option, when you press the same button now, you can let go of it and he'll keep it in that position, which I don't recommend you do. You can quick turn with it out, but you're not able to run when you're holding it like this. I don't think you can fire either. And then you have to press it again to, to make him put it down. Do my little hop skip, because it's fun. So for me, I prefer the default of press. I just think it's kind of labeled weird. It should be called like hold or press, or, you know, not switch. Switch is confusing, but and everything else I've already explained what these do in my previous videos. And yeah, you can run when it's down. I don't think it limits your speed just because it's in your hand versus like, you know, going in your inventory, clicking it, unequipping it. I don't think you run any faster either way. So whatever weapon you got, you can get melee weapons, knives and all that stuff. I think there's a knife in this room somewhere to pick up. You know, you got to conserve your ammo in this game. It's survival horror. You're going to have a limit of health items and ammunition, but we're on normal mode. It's pretty generous. And if you look around, which is why it's worth searching in the town out there, is that there'll be items, be it healing items or ammunition, laying on the ground, just free for you to pick up. You don't even have to do anything to get it except go look. So it's worth looking and scouring every corner of the map out there. It's the same way in Silent Hill 2, probably even more so. There's probably more stuff out there laying around. So yeah, if you have a weapon, whatever it is, equip it. Don't run around not equipping something. What we got over here? I cannot read that first word. Yeah, I can't read it. It says damn it at the bottom. Maybe he'll tell me if I click it. Don't have any comment on nothing, Harry? Pinball machine, nothing unusual. Well, except unusually fun. You're not even going to play it? Don't you got a quarter in one of those pockets? Okay, now I can see it better. Study? Study, damn it. Is that what he's saying? But he's pointing a gun. Look at it from back here. Isn't he pointing a gun at somebody? And he's telling them to study? It's kind of weird. We'll interact with that in a minute. Okay, so to the left is a healing potion. The thing in the middle is going to be our flashlight. And then there's a map underneath it, so we got to pick all these up. There's a health drink, take it. Yes. There is a flashlight, take it. There's a residential area map, take it. Now we got a map. Watch behind us. Ooh. That's cool. That's easy to miss, especially the first time you play it. If you didn't see it, back it up and watch it again. It's a little, kind of a little precursor. But it's triggered on, it doesn't happen as in that view until you walk or move. And then as soon as you start moving, you see it. I think that's pretty cool. So let's look around the rest of the table here. Got over here. The radio, is it broken? I can't hear anything. Well, you might have to turn it on first, Harry. You can't just do it telepathically. Here's our knife. There's a knife, kitchen knife. Yes, and another health drink. let's look at that stuff. Supplies nutrition to recover a small amount of stamina, but it's health, not stamina to let you run more. Health to make you live longer. Hard to use, but better than nothing. One touch on-off switch in the chest pocket. So this thing, yeah. Now test it here. It's not working. It may only work when you're in dark environments. You probably can't turn it on when you're... It's the map button. We'll look at that in a moment. I guess you can't turn the flashlight on when you're in a lit area. You just won't do it. But the A button or the circle button should turn it on for you. We'll equip the knife, check it out real quick. I don't really use it much. But now when you try to bring your weapon up, he gets into a fighting stance. And if you hold the B or X button, he'll do like a forward poke. And then if you tap it, he does like a X slash. So I mean, generally, considering the fact we've already got a gun with 15 bullets in it, and even when the poking range it's pretty good, but it's not too far. But when you get a longer melee weapon, that will become more useful of a stance. Just remember there's hold your right R1 button and spam the X or B, or hold it in. I don't think there's any... Yeah, you can attack while you're moving. So that's nice. You can walk backwards, so that's cool. I'm not going to test doing that with the gun right now because I don't want to waste ammo. Although I could just quick save and quick load and test it. Let's do that. So I just made a quick save. So if you hold R1 and then press the A button, you get one shot. If you hold it down, he will fire it over and over. So can you shoot walking backwards? Okay, nice. My controller is vibrating too. That's cool. Every shot, it vibrates. So just remember that at least with the handgun, we don't have any bullets right now, so there's nothing to reload. But with this current handgun, it holds 15 maximum, so you have 15 shots before you essentially need to come into your inventory and manually reload your weapon. And I would recommend after every boss encounter and stuff where you really have to unload on an enemy, to spot check and go into your inventory, glance at your health color, and glance at your stock that's in your gun, and reload if necessary so that you're prepared for the next encounter, because there's no button to do it on the gamepad. So it's not a big deal in general, just simply because you can always just press it and you're stopping the action anyway. Okay, so we're going to do our quick load, reload, to where I haven't wasted those ammunition. But at least we confirmed that. That's good to know. Some games won't let you do that. I'm not sure how the original Resident Evil games handle that. If they let you walk backwards, they may not. I have seen some games like this, though, that make you stand still. So... Okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to look at the map as the next thing, because that's the thing we had. So if you press X or B, he will zoom in on the map. You can't move it from any direction right now because it's the only map we have. Once you zoom in, though, you can move it the full length which is very useful. Obviously the words get harder to read. Nothing I can do about that. That's just the font in the game. But you can see the little green-blue triangle there that represents us. Looks like we're in a cafe of some kind. I can't read that second word, but it looks like it says CAFE SCOOL. I don't know. It looks like a cafe. And below it, it looks like it says Queen Burger, so that's a burger joint. Looks like it says Stoner. I don't know what that says. Store. Convenience store. And something, I don't know. Bridge control room down on the bottom right. You can pretty much go to most of these places. Gas station, Balkan Church, Our Right, something, chain something. Can't read these other ones. Central Silent Hill. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, I can't cover everything about all of these games that I'm playing, but this is actually based off of a real place. I think it's in Pennsylvania. You can find it on Wikipedia. I think it's called Centrale. That's the city, and the state is Pennsylvania in the United States. And there's something like a gas leak or a cave mining system that was down there that's leaking gas or something, and it's spewing up through the cracks of the ground, and I think that's what influenced Team Silent into doing the kind of fog. I mean, it's more fog in Silent Hill 2 onward than it is in this game, but because funny enough, they use a whole lot of American influence in media and culture to put into this game, even though it's a Japanese-made game with Japanese developers. They were making an American game, so they were referencing an American state. So it's interesting. I recommend, if you're into Silent Hill in general and you don't know the story behind all that stuff, it's worth going and checking out. Just type in Centrale, Pennsylvania, Silent Hill, and you'll get to it. So, as you can see at the top there, North Bachman Road, the X, that means we can't even possibly go that way. I think that's the way we came with the Jeep. That's completely barred off. And when certain areas are important, or we need to go to them, or it's a objective for the main mission or quest or whatever you want to call it, it'll circle something to indicate to us which way we need to go. Too old of a game to have a mini map or anything like that. You just have to press your button to go in here. I'm really not sure why they don't let you heal or reload your weapon outside of the menu, but that's how you have to handle it. Okay, so we're going to go over here, show you what this is. These are notepads with like a pen sticking out of the top thing. You'd see it, a sign in place or whatever. But this represents our save points. Luckily you don't need a pen or a piece of paper or nothing to save in this game. You can just save as often as you want. So save as often as you want. Someday someone may experience these bizarre events. Hopefully they will find my notes useful. I don't know that he's experienced anything super bizarre yet, but... So now we're going to create a new file on what would be the first memory card of the PS1. You need one free block to create a new file. So yeah, we're in the cafe. So the time we've spent, which is 37 minutes, I guess, considering the first video. Data 1, save 1. And so when I do this, I'm also going to be creating a quick save. So now if we die or anything happens, we can either reload a quick save, which I may do, or we can just fresh load the hard save we just made. Alright, so we got everything in here. You didn't want nothing to do with that radio over there. Oh, well.
What's that? Huh. Radio. What's going on with that radio?
See, it worked the whole time. You just had to turn it on. What's going on, Harry? Or we can just get hit. It's not going very well, is it?
This is not a dream. What's happening to this place?
No, that was unimpressive. Just gotta get used to these controls. I thought he would turn around and auto-target, but he didn't. I guess you have to be facing even the direction of the enemy for the auto-target to work. I believe, too, when you get enemies down that aren't dead, but they're like stunned, I think if you get over top of them and spam B or X, he'll start stomping them. Yeah, it took a lot of damage. I got hit twice. So see, I'm kind of, it's not super green anymore, and there's the picture's glitching a little bit. I'm not going to use a heal yet, but now you'll take it. There's a pocket radio, take it. Alright, let's look at it. One touch on and off switch in the chest pocket, that's the flashlight, and then portable radio that emits static when monsters are near. And you do have the choice of turning this off to make the game harder, basically, or maybe more scarier. Some people may get more scared just by knowing something's near because the radio's going off, but you do have the choice of using it or not using it. We're going to use it. But when you hear static, and the louder the static gets on the radio, that's letting you know that an enemy is close. So, and I do not know what these things are called. Like a pterodactyl kind of creature. Might as well go make another save after fighting that thing. Even though I got my ass kicked. Just overwrite it. And now we can carry on. Where could Cheryl have gone? I guess I'll check that alley again. Here we go. Bentley Street. Off in that little strip. Which is not too far. Cafe. Yes. Basically right where we are. So I think the Jeep is straight up and then it's to the left. So if you can see over here, there's some stuff on the bench over here. There's some handgun bullets, take it. 2 of them. So that's 30 plus the 9 in the gun already, so we have 39. You can reload from the gun, and you can also reload from the ammo. I'm just going to go ahead and reload, so I'm back to 15 in the gun. Now we have 24. Handgun bullet stock, ammo for the handgun, so they don't really give you much descriptions. No real good flavor text. So let's make our way this way. And yeah, just look on the ground. Usually the items will stand out against the background. What does that say? Metropole. Can't enter it. No comments. You're going to see me access the map a lot just to make sure I try to cover everything. Or cover everywhere I can go, or try to go. So don't stand in there for too long. So yeah, as you can see, like in this game, the fog element is not as prevalent in Silent Hill 1. I think recently, just, I don't know, a year, maybe a couple of years ago, one of the developers in Team Silent confirmed that these flakes falling, a lot of people and most people assumed it was ashes. But I think he confirmed and said that it isn't, that it is snow. So, alright, there's our, something is over there. Okay, where are we at on the map here? I'm just trying to go, I always go where you know is not the right way to go, because that's where you'll find extra items in games like these, and that's where you'll know if you've hit dead ends or not. Okay, something's coming. Try to get behind the wall for some cover. And when they fall down like that, if the radio's still going off and they're twitching, they'll still have a hitbox too. You won't be able to walk through them. But get up on them and just start spamming the A or X button. You'll save a lot of ammo that way. There's a basketball hoop here. I can't go this way. What area is this? It's behind the cafe. Okay. Well, there could be more than one basketball hoop. So what's going on there? Oh yeah. A dog's head. Lovely. Because, yeah, the dead dog, well, I think it was a dog that was over there where it's showing where Cheryl is. That was the body. I guess it didn't have a head. And the head's over here. So, here's a health drink. What's this? Key? There's a key of Woodman. Take it. Yes, I will take the key of Woodman. Can't go in there. Can we go in here? Nope. He won't even try. See, a lot of times they put health items or ammo on top of the trash cans and stuff. You just gotta look around. So you're probably not expected to find this spot or come here immediately, but see, we're doing it now because we're not, we're going off of the beaten path of where we're intended to go, so we're finding things we're gonna need anyway. So might as well get them. This will either block us off down here or it'll connect up. So I'm trying to use the walls and stuff for cover. So, because these things can fly and they come down and land on your head and hurt you. I think they can get on the ground and walk too. I think you passed by. Yeah, see, just like that. So granted, I don't have to, you don't have to kill. Oh yeah, I am taking, I'm noticing now my, my controller is vibrating like a heartbeat. That's cool. Letting me know I'm near death, probably. I'm pretty close. I'm, worth enough to use one of my 3. So, use. I don't know, it didn't quite heal me to 100, but it put me back in the green. I'm not going to use another one. Only use what you have to, because you might need a lot during a boss fight. So it's worth holding on to what you can in these survival horror games. And then I'm going to go ahead and reload my gun because I have 10 equipped. Now I got 15. We're fully healed. You don't have to fight those things. You can just run by them. But like I said, I'm playing this game in a casual manner, so I will kill some things, but I'm not going to kill everything. Okay, so that connected up here. I guess let's try to continue going to the right. We'll eventually hit some kind of a dead end. And we'll be funneled back to the area where we are. That had to hurt. Now he needs plastic surgery on his face. No parking, do not block area. We'll eventually get funneled to the area we need to go anyway. Yeah, let's try to go, I guess, this way. Actually, the timer stopped on me here, so I am going to stop the video here. And I hope you're enjoying this. And I'll see you in the next part of the video. Thanks.